Thank you very much. You want to translate or shall we?
Yes, I will.
It's first of all a great pleasure to be here, and I want to thank my fellow minister and your country for your hospitality in these difficult times. Our diplomatic ties stretch back, as you said, over 400 years. We have been partners, we are partners. We always have spoken the truth. Objective criteria, as you mentioned, an open and frank dialogue is more important than ever. And that's why, as you said, Mr. Minister, I got in touch immediately. I vividly recall the night of the 15th of July. And I was shocked to see the vicious, brutal and bloody attempt to topple the core foundation of the Republic of Turkey, as laid down in the Turkish constitution. And I was impressed to see the determination of the people of Turkey who took to the streets that night to defend its democracy, rights and liberties, sometimes with their bare hands.
Her şeyden önce çok teşekkür ediyorum. Burada sizin bakanlığınızda ve Türkiye'de bulunuyor olmak benim için de çok büyük bir zevk. Sayın mevkidaşıma, Sayın Bakan Çelik'e de çok teşekkür ediyorum. Bizlere gösterdikleri misafirperverlik için ve bu zor zamanlarda bizleri bu şekilde ağırladıkları için. Bildiğiniz gibi iki ülke arasında çok eski yıllara, 400 yıl kadar eskiye dayanan çok yakın ilişkiler söz konusu. Biz Türkiye'yi çok önemli bir ortağımız, bir müttefikimiz olarak görüyoruz ve bu iki ülke iletişimlerinde aralarında her zaman birbirlerine doğruyu, gerçekleri söyleyen, konuşan, objektif kriterler hakkında konuşmayı seven, açık diyaloğu ön plana çıkarmayı seven iki ülke, ama özellikle içinden geçiren şu kritik dönemde bu açık diyaloğun çok her zamankinden daha çok önemli olduğuna inanıyoruz. Zaten bu yüzden 15 Temmuz'da yaşanan olayın ardından hemen sizlere erişmek istedik. Sizleri arayıp desteğimizi ve dayanışmamızı ifade etmek istedik. Ben 15 Temmuz gecesini hala çok canlı bir şekilde hatırlıyorum. Gerçekten şok edici bir etki yaratmıştı bizlerde bu hain ve cani darbe teşebbüsü. Türkiye Cumhuriyeti'ne ve anayasal düzene karşı yapılan bu teşebbüs ve bunu bastırmak için büyük bir kararlılık ve dirençle sokaklara çıkan halkı da biz hep takip ettik. Yeri geldi sadece çıplak elleriyle, yeri geldi ellerindeki imkanlarla demokrasi ve haklar adına halk bu teşebbüsün karşısında durdu.
I think the attempted coup last month was not only an attack against Turkey's democratically elected leaders, it was an attack against the rule of law, against institutions and constitutional order. And this is totally unacceptable, and that is why I condemned the coup and the violence in the strongest terms immediately when I heard the news. Of course, the perpetrators of the attempted coup must be held accountable. Nobody is above the law. And this is the moment, I think, for Turkey to show again, as you did that night, the strength of its institutions and to apply the rule of law, taking into account the principles of proportionality and transparency. Now, I fully recognize the right for Turkey to respond to the threats of the integrity of the state and its constitution. And I think when there have been discussions on freedom of the press, rule of law, constitutionality, I think that had to be a part of a debate between us on objective criteria which have to be applied. And therefore the Netherlands in the European Union, but also in the Council of Europe, will put this strategic dialogue between us forward on the basis of these objective criteria. As my colleague, who is also a famous political scientist, I think, knows very well, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
Bunun önemini kendisi de vurguluyor.
I had the honor to meet the President of the Parliament of Turkey and visiting the enormous damage inflicted by bombardments on the democratic House of Turkey. And I was impressed by the unanimity of government and all opposition parties together to confront this threat of democracy. And therefore I think that forms the basis also of the way the European Union and Turkey should work together. Yes, there are sometimes misunderstandings, different views, as the Minister said, but I would like to attach the importance that we have seen in Europe on this night. is also, in my view, the basis to work together, maybe sometimes on sensitive matters, but in a strategic dialogue between Turkey, the Netherlands, and the European Union, in our dialogue, but also in the context of the Council of Europe, where a few initiatives have been taken also to make sure that there is mutual presence, observation, and trust, because I think that is important. Finally, I would want to say that I realize that Turkey is geographically positioned in a geostrategically very complex region, that your country has been very hospitable to over 2.5 million refugees from that region, which we applaud. And that I think this all forms the basis, especially when it's not easy, to form a cooperation between the European Union and Turkey on issues of refugees, on issues of counterterrorism, on issues of human rights and constitutional order. And I appreciate that I have the possibility today to discuss this with the Minister and to be welcomed here in Turkey today. If you allow me, may I just support this? I think it's extremely important what the Minister just said. It's clear that there have been, correctly or incorrectly, but there have been obviously misunderstandings between the European Union and Turkey. And obviously, I think Europe should take seriously criticism if it comes from Turkey and the other way around. We are strategic partners, so we have to be able to talk openly, candidly about the things we agree and disagree on. For Europe, there is no doubt that we strongly condemn this coup. And I want to reiterate that again on behalf of my government. But I would say again, as my colleague from Turkey says, it's interesting to talk to all of you. I love to talk to you like you do. But the fact is that we talk together. And this is what we need. We need to strategically discuss the issues at hand. In a strange way, we love each other, otherwise we wouldn't be irritated when things do not always go the right way. So I think it's important that the strategic discussions between the European Union and Turkey on the issues at hand, on democracy, on human rights, not only on refugees, but also on the economic cooperation we have very strongly between the European Union and Turkey. I really sincerely believe that in a time of difficulty, especially difficulty that you've had with this coup attempt, we have to work together. And I'm not saying that simply for a diplomatic nicety. I really believe that in the world we are living in today, that is geostrategically so complex, with so many issues, it's important we take that seriously in a discussion with each other. And that is, I think, also the message that I hear today, and that I hear also from my colleague from Turkey.
Teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar.
Thank you very much. Thank you.